I hate movie theaters, and I have for many years. I feel like since COVID, that feeling has been growing. But with the sales of the new Spider-Man movie, I feel like that feeling is going right back to the way it was of people love theaters. Someone just said you have to watch a movie in the theater to fully enjoy it. Here's why I hate that. I think that a movie theater makes a mediocre movie appear good because you're caught up in the excitement of the seat-shaking bass and the huge screen and the live reaction, and you get good food typically and good you're caught up in bullshit. It makes a mediocre movie look better, right? It disguises garbage very well. For some people. Like people who went and saw 1917 in movie theaters and came back saying, that was a good movie. Yeah, we know. We know. Your brain functions at a much slower speed than the rest of us. We know. We understand. We're patient with you, I promise. So we went to go see Spider-Man No Way Home. Is that what it is? The new one? We went to go see it. I won't be spoiling anything. And if I ever get close, I'll give a warning. Don't worry. But we went to go see it. we went to go see it at the 10 p.m. showing. And I know people are arguing to say, well, Wubby, that's why you got the crazies, because you went at 10 p.m. The fact that there's a time frame where if I see a movie, there's going to be crazies tells me it's already somewhere I don't want to be. But either way, I've seen movies at other times and I've had similar problems. But I almost had a fucking meltdown in the theater. So very conceptual spoilers here. There's a sad part in the movie. I'm not going to say what, so that's all I'm going to say about it. But during this sad part in the movie, these two, I would describe them as LA Mexicans. And if you're wondering what that means, you're not from Southern California. If you're from Southern California, you know exactly what that means. But these two LA Mexicans, they were in oversized hoodies, both with LA hats on, hoods up. I have no clue why these two, like, very clearly tough-looking dudes were coming to see Spider-Man at 10 o'clock. But hey, we can all enjoy a Marvel movie together. Nothing wrong with that. And you might be saying, well, Wubby, did you prejudge them? Ash just pointed out, they were vaping in the theater. So if you thought these guys were stand-up guys, you can just leave that at the door. This is something I don't think anybody noticed because I sat on the left of our large group. So we're on a line at the movie theater. I sat the furthest left. These guys were right in front of us. One of the dudes, I still don't know why this was happening, but because I'm a paranoid person, it put me on edge for the entire movie. One dude, every 15 minutes, would just get up and walk out of the theater. And I'm talking every 15 minutes he was doing this. Chief Swollen tip, thank you for the 10. And every time I thought, he's going to come back with a gun and kill us all. And every time I would get anxious when he would stand up. Every single time. He was doing cocaine. Maybe he was. Either way, it made me incredibly uncomfortable. I'm telling you, maybe every 15, 20 minutes. He maybe did it 5-6 times throughout the movie. I couldn't believe it. Okay. And then during the sad part of the movie, the part that like was supposed to be this sad moment, the other guy who's sitting right next to him, I shit you not, and I don't think any of the friends I was with heard this except for me. He gets up. It's a mostly empty theater. He gets up, goes to the bottom leftmost seat, and takes a phone call. He takes a fucking phone call in the middle of Spider-Man No Way Home, or whatever it's called, during the saddest part of the movie, which I won't say, and I just hear him. Yes, I fucking hate movie theaters, and if you think that's all, that's not even all. That's not even the worst thing that happened during the movie. I'm sorry, but I don't know why in human history did we ever think it was okay to share, like, watching something together on a screen. People are fucking animals. They're animals. They're disgusting. They do not care. This dude, okay, when the movie started, homeboy who took a phone call was sitting there. And you might be saying, Wubby, how did you see he was doing this? Well, because his phone screen was so bright, I saw him browsing shoes on StockX. This dude, the movie was starting. The movie was on. Mysterio this, oh that. And I see him just sitting there, swipe. I'm like, why did you pay for this? Or you probably didn't. I don't even know. And it gets worse. Here's the unforgivable one. And Here, I'm going to give you my reaction, and then I'm going to tell you what happened. I turn around, and I go, bro. I turn back around. That was my reaction. So what happened? The movie's just playing. I don't remember at what point in the movie this was, but it was just during the movie. From behind, a blinding flash of light takes over the whole film, the whole thing. And somebody decided to take out their smartphone and take a photo of the screen with flash photography. All of my friends were there, all witnesses. Everyone turns like, what the fuck? And then we realized just some bum up there with like their family with the phone. Oh, I'm serious when I say this. Movie theaters should come equipped with a Navy SEAL sniper, okay? And anybody who gets out of line gets shot in the leg, right? You can keep watching the movie, but if you continue, you get dragged from the fucking theater. I understand that there are some theaters in this world, Alamo Drafthouse, who fight tooth and nail to make this not the case. Alamo Drafthouse has a very strict no talking policy, and they will throw your ass out. Love that. That is not common or adopted by any other theaters, or very few. There's like 3 or 4 theaters in San Diego close enough to where I can go. Not a single one. Like, yeah, they have a no talking policy, of course, but it's not enforced. And if I want to enforce it, I have to get up, go all the way to concession, tell the guy's not going to really do anything unless there's a huge problem. I've been kicked out of a theater for getting a hand job. We can talk about that later. But either way, isn't that shit too that now we're talking about going to specialty theaters? I have to go out of my way to a specialty theater just to be able to watch a movie uninterrupted. And don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on how I went to Death at a Funeral and it was the worst movie I've ever seen because of the audience. Hold on. If you're wondering what I'm saying, I'm just going to show you. I went to see a movie called Death at a Funeral. Okay. And it was by far the most obnoxious, horrible audience I've ever experienced. Let me show you the trailer. So I think you get the point. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I've been to many movies in my life. You can make any sort of weird association you want to make. I'm just telling you what happened to me. Been to many movies. I've nearly walked out of a movie and just left. The only time I ever did that was during Death at a Funeral. It was a crowded theater. The row in front of me, God bless them, I'm sure they were the nicest women in the world. These 3 overweight, grandma-esque black women who were behaving in a way that I would do if I was on the couch watching a movie I've already seen with Alex. Just talking to the screen. Very cavalier. Oh, look what he's wearing. Why are people saying banned? I'm telling you something that happened to me. You are saying black. Good for you. I'm telling you what these women looked like. They were larger women. They were like, I don't know why to me in my memory, they were like Southern. I don't know if they actually were. Now, Grant, I love a comedy where the audience is having fun and the audience is laughing. But like, why are you responding to the characters? Oh, don't do that. Hell, you're in a theater. You're in a goddamn motherfucking theater. You're in a fucking theater. Anyway, I couldn't believe that someone took a photo with the flash on during, and like, you really break it down to, what were they doing? Just take a moment to think about that. What were they taking a photo of? Look, I'm at the movies. Like, who is that for? Check out this related thing. What is this? This was on r/W2F, and I just said, what the fuck? It said, found this cheeky little snack at the cinema today. Is that raw ground beef? I hate movie theaters and if you like movie theaters, I actually don't understand it. Genuinely, to the people who say they like theaters, I have had more movies than not ruined. And you know what? Let's say you have the perfect theater. Everything's going right. Nobody's talking. They're laughing at proper times. They're reacting at proper times. Nobody's making noise. Okay, you know why I don't like it? I can't pause. I can't go pee. I can't turn to the person next to me and be like, oh, look. You know? I can't, nothing. I'm stuck. I had to pee so fucking bad during Spider-Man like a little child. And you get to a point during a movie, You get to a point when you have to pee bad enough where you're going, why can this just end? I'm liking the movie, but why? Goddamn, it's not. It's just going. It just won't stop. Just everything about movie theaters is the antithesis of convenience. They're overpriced. The food is overpriced. There's no you have no power. IMAX experience, yeah, but home theaters have come such a long way from, you know, your dad's old tube fucking TV with the antenna and shit. Peanut left to go pee during the movie. I can't believe that. If you get up and pee during the movie, you're weak. Sorry, you missed something crazy right when that happened. Spider-Man, Tom Holland came through the screen in an unprecedented 1 in a trillion event. Tom Holland came to the screen, okay? His ass was out. He bent over the row in front of us, and we all got to take turns doing whatever we wanted with him while you were peeing. Peanut. It happens, I think, once in a lifetime, I would say. And right as you were peeing, it happened. Why do you think we were so antsy when you got back? We all agreed we can never tell Peanut about this. People are saying spoilers. It's not going to happen to your film, guys. It's 1 in a trillion. His ass was right there. These are called bisexual fantasies. Getting kicked out for the handjob story. Okay. I can explain that. I went to go see a movie as a kid. I was with my mom. No, I was with at the time, my high school girlfriend. And we went to go see a movie, but our plan was to pick the worst movie that had been out the longest, that nobody was going to watch. I forget what it was. Let me try to think. Hold on. I remember we didn't watch any of it. What was it? It was some stupid old person movie that nobody gave a shit about. Wubby, was she in high school? Well, she was going to be in high school in a few years. Yeah, so we're there. Schindler's List is playing. I'm bricked up. We were seeing some dumb old people movie late into its cycle. And I believe there were like 3 people in the theater. It was us and then like 1 or 2 old people way at the front. We go all the way to the back left. Now that I'm recalling this, I'm sure we were much less subtle and much more stupid than we thought we were being. But, you know, things start getting frisky. Things start getting wet and wild. You know, thinking about it now, it's actually painfully embarrassing and painfully obvious. At this point, my at the time girlfriend was on my lap facing me. And I notice the person down on the front, this little old lady, gets up and leaves. And God, you really think you're smart when you're young. Every year you think you're smart. And then 5 years, you look back and you go, God, I was a fucking moron. I've done that every age of my life. Every time. Anyway, so she gets up, and I remember thinking and noticing it, but I don't remember doing anything about it. And next thing you know, a dude with a little, like, light flashlight canister cone thing comes in, and I see them pointing, whatever. She sits back down. He comes all the way up, and as he's coming up, I'm like, get off, whatever. And they're like, hey, you gotta go. So we follow him out, and he pulls us to the side of the theater, and he's like, all right, you guys gotta leave. And I'm being a fucking moron. Why? What? Why? And I'll never forget, he goes, you know what you were doing. Oh, what? And then we went to the Macy's dressing room. I was a kid, dude. I was young, dumb, and full of cum. You shit in Macy's? Yeah, and I've also cum in Macy's. Oh my God, that is so gross when you say it out loud. I've ejaculated in a Macy's. So I got a tattoo yesterday, and I want to tell you guys about it because there's a really funny story that goes along with it. So my dad grew up in the Middle East, and sometimes my dad will say some out-of-pocket things, and I'm just like, God, I love the what's a healthy way to call this? The immigrant bluntness. My dad will sometimes hit me with the third world dick. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, whew, if you ain't hear that shit on the streets, like you say that in Twitch chat, and all these little privileged silver spoon, you know, Portland idiots will be like, and then you talk to someone who's actually like, I don't know, fled a war when they were 17, and they'll say some shit, and you're like, damn, the world really do be, you know, not Twitch chat. So with that in mind, I got tattooed yesterday. Every time I get a tattoo, I'm like, it's my new favorite tattoo. But this one is like by far my new favorite tattoo. I've wanted a Big Daddy tattoo for a very long. It's one of the first tattoos I ever wanted. And I finally got one, and I fucking love it. And I'm going to show it to you now. I fucking adore it. I found this artist in San Diego who works at the same shop that the person who did my sleeve works, and I got in contact with him. His name is Gleb, spelled gleb, but pronounced gleb, and he is a Ukrainian person who came here to pursue his tattooing career, and he's been here for, I think, 6 years now. Heavy accent on the guy, love him to death. And I spent almost my entire day yesterday with Gleb getting this tattoo. He tattooed me. God, it was supposed to take 3 hours, and then my boy went fucking sicko mode and was like, I want this to look incredible. And he put in almost a little over 6 hours on it. Was he scary looking? No, I loved him. Him and I got along so well. And he was awesome and whatever. But I want to tell you about some stuff. First off, I got a really cool, okay, I don't know how it started, but you know how like women, or I guess men too, can go to hairdressers? No, you know what, fine. Mostly women. You know how like the hairdresser community for ladies is you go in and then suddenly you're just talking about your abusive husband for 8 hours with this lady while she's like highlighting your hair. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like it just becomes this therapy session, and it's like, holy shit, right? I've never done this, but this is what I hear. People who are putting question marks have never felt the love of a woman. Like the beautiful, stereotype he is, we start relating over the fact that we both love CSGO. And he, of course, him and all his Ukrainian friends are obsessed with CSGO. They've been playing for years, played original CS and everything. And I'm like, holy shit, dude, this is so... And I love CS... Right, okay, exactly. It's kind of a stereotype at this point. Anyway, we get along. We're talking about games. We're talking about Last of Us, The Witcher, everything. I'm like, dude, this guy vibes. I love this guy. And we start talking about anime because he's like, oh, is that a Demon Slayer tattoo on your leg? I'm not going to do his accent. Out of respect for Gleb, I'm not going to do his accent. But he's like, oh, is that... Oh, is that a Demon Slayer tattoo? So we start talking about anime, and he's giving me... He doesn't know the names of the anime in English, so he, like, knows them in Ukrainian, and then he'll translate them, and they'll always be messed up, and I'm like, oh, it's like this. He's like, oh, okay. But we're talking, and here's a little interesting perspective. He was telling me about... He grew up in a city that was not Kiev, but, like, hours away. It was a small city. I don't even remember the name, but I'm sure he doesn't want me to say. But he was telling me that it's like... I was like, how is it different to America? And we started talking, and I was like, yeah, I used to watch Naruto when it would air weekly on Cartoon Network. And he's like, do you want to know how we watched Naruto in Ukraine back in the day? He's like, yeah, we would go to the market, and there would be a dude there with a binder of CDs with just titles written on them. And it would be like Naruto season 1 episode 13, and you would buy it for like almost nothing, and you would take it home and you would all huddle around and play it. Or he's like, if you didn't have a way to play it, you would just go to like the library or wherever they had a computer, and you would just watch Naruto like that. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, that's how we watch Naruto. And then I'm like, did you have a computer like to play games? I'm like, we had a family computer. He's like, no, there was no family computer. You would go to the library or whatever. And he was like, he's like, we didn't buy games like you guys bought games. You would go to a game store, and they would have all the, they'd have games, actual Xbox, whatever. But then you would go, and he's like, if you knew the dude working there, you would go ask him for the cheap CDs, and he would pull out another binder, and it would be like one CD, Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 3, Call of Duty 4. All of them are like, at least a couple of them on one CD, and it would be like almost nothing. And I'm like, holy shit, I love this. Anyway, really fascinating. Like this dude, he's literally my age. Like we're the same age. So it's fascinating to see what someone growing up in Ukraine in that time, how differently they did. And he's like, yeah, we didn't have internet, at least not good enough internet. So yeah, I played Call of Duty like you did, but we would just play LAN. We would all go to like a cafe, 50 cents or whatever, what's the currency there? An hour. And we would just play all day that way. There was no internet. So it'd just be me and my friends. But I'm like, dude, like, there's something so cool and pure about that. I love that. Anyway, we talked about the war. He had some opinions about it. And it was, I will say this. I don't know much about the war, but he he would how do I word this? It was interesting to hear how bluntly, like everyone like, oh, there's a war going on in the world right now, and you kind of talk about it, and there's like some levels of like social, like you don't say certain things. This dude, I'm not trying to out him, but my man was just like, let's be very clear. He's a Ukrainian man who came from Ukraine, and there is currently Russia is fucking with them right now. So he did not mince words, and I loved it. I loved how like unfiltered he was about it. I'm not going to say like, even I was like, oh, you know, like, yeah, it's sad it's sad. People are dying. And he's like, how do I word this? He's like, it's sad that some of the people are dying, but it's not sad for one of the sides. And I was like, oh, brother, here we go. But I loved him. I loved it. I loved how unfiltered. It reminded me of my dad. It really did remind me of the way my dad talks about the Middle East. It's like, damn, that sounds like, wow, holy shit. I can't repeat what you're saying. But, you know, I didn't grow up there. But that's not why I brought all of this up. I was getting tattooed, and there's a guy where it's an open room. So there's a bunch of little tattoo stations with the client and the person tattooing. And there's a guy standing, getting ready for his tattoo. And he makes eye contact with me and he goes, Wubby? No, by the way, this dude, very surfer, stoner, very San Diego. And he, I know now after the fact that he works at a smoke shop. I found out after talking to him, but he goes, Wubby, is that you? Bro, I knew it was you. He just comes up to me, I'm like, oh, hey, haha. I'm like, I'm about to be here for a while. This might be awkward. Want to be clear. Dude was really cool, homied out. He's like, okay, yeah, I didn't know. I knew you live in San Diego. I never thought I'd see you here. Oh, da-da-da. Oh, is that Burger Andy? And then he goes, can I get a photo with you? Like, not now, but like just before I head out. I'm like, yeah, you know, no problem, man. So, you know, we both, at one point, we both happen to have a break that lines up at the same time. We kind of hang out. He's like, yeah, like, oh, I used to watch you way back in the day. And then I stopped for a few years. And he's like, just recently, I got way back into you. Yeah, I love it too. He's like, and I noticed you got like, you got so many tattoos. It's fucking sick. And we're just vibing, whatever. So then his tattoo's finished. He's about to head out. And he's like, hey, can I bother you for that photo? I'm like, yeah, no problem. This is why I'm telling the whole thing. I'm hoping this guy will come forward and post it. But I don't know if he watches stream. He goes, okay, yeah. And he asks his tattooer, oh, can you take it for us? She's like, yeah. And he goes, hold on, though. Can I get a picture with Cool Wubby instead? I have never been asked this in my life. I did not know how to even respond. I was like legitimately like,
KKW.
What? I was like, okay, what does that mean? He goes into his fucking pocket, pulls out a pair of sunglasses and goes, you can put these on. I didn't know if I should be like pissed off or like think it was funny. No, I know! I'm telling you, dude! He literally said, take the photo with me in character. Easy. So I was like, I'm like, dude, I called him out. I'm like, I cannot believe you're asking for this, but it's so bold, I'll just say yes. So I take off my glasses, I put these on, and then we mean mug. I'm standing there, arms crossed, I did not smile. And then he go like a fucking album cover. He goes down to the ground like this and gives him one of these. I'm like, what the fuck is this, dude? And hey, by the way, dude who asked for the photo, I got news for you. After you left, your artist, I hate to say this, he was friends with his artist. Sounds from what I understood.
A cool guy.
I'm gonna out both of you right now. Your artist, by the way, your artist, she's really nice. Love her to death. I've seen her every time I go in for my sleeve work, but she comes up to me and she goes, hey, I'm really sorry about my client. Listen, no, I know. He asked me if like I knew who you were, and I was like, I don't know him besides coming in the shop, and I'm sorry he did that. I'm like, no, it's fine. So who's the idiot now? But anyway, dude, if you're watching, okay, you were wearing a green shirt, you were a very tan gentleman, long black hair, looked like a surfer. You kind of talk slow. You know who you are. You were getting you got a small Japanese juice box tattoo on your right bicep yesterday. Okay? If you have the photo, Post it on the subreddit. I want to show, because this literally happened. You're gonna get asked for Cool Wubby every time now. Hold on, let me actually respond to that. I'm gonna make this very clear, okay? Cool Wubby photos are no longer a thing that I will be doing. That man got the one Cool Wubby photo, and he got the last Cool Wubby photo. So let me be clear here now. If you run into me and you say, Wubby, can I get a photo? I will always say yes. If you say, can I get a Cool Wubby photo? The smile, the facade will drop, and I will turn around and I will walk away. I will say goodbye, walk away.
Who do you think would win in a fight? A silverback gorilla or a grizzly bear?
Who would in a fight, a silverback gorilla or a grizzly bear? Is that even a real question, brother? This is so easy. On three, everybody say it. 1, 2, 3. A silverback gorilla. Are you fucking stupid? If you're saying bear, you're autistic, homie. Are we really? I did not. Okay, this should not be a thing tonight. Bro, it's a fucking... Are you? Okay, hold on. What do you mean? Have you... Okay, dude. Do you know what a gorilla is? A silverback gorilla, nonetheless. Do you know what a silverback gorilla is? It is literally Captain America. Like, this thing is genetically engineered. I mean, where's Joe Rogan's explanation of it? Fucking diesel. What do you mean I'm so wrong? It has fucking thumbs, bro. Hold on. Joe Rogan silverback gorilla. You're so wrong. Bears have claws. Dude, you're like a baby. You literally sound like a child when you say that. You're in my chat right now, and you sound like you're fucking 12. Oh, I want to be a firefighter. Bears are so strong. You're so fucking... Dude, okay, hold on. Let's look up the sizes right now, okay? Hold on. Grizzly bear. I'm going to do averages. Write this down, chat. Average grizzly bear. 600 pounds. 3'3". First off, literal dwarf baby idiot. And it's 6.5 in length. So when it stands, 6'5". Okay. 600 pounds, 3'3", 6'5". All right? Let's do silverback gorilla. Literally, silverback gorillas, the deadliest motherfuckers you can imagine. Okay? Silverback gorillas are 4'6". Hold on. Okay? And they weigh around 300 to 500 pounds. We'll say on average 400 plus. Okay? What are these measurements? Actually smaller. Bro, gorillas are fucking... Okay. You're just doing size, but you don't understand. First off, gorillas are smarter than bears by a fucking mile, okay? They have opposable thumbs, and they are like... Gorillas are like mostly dense, insane muscle. It's not like human muscle, okay? When you see a chimpanzee hairless and you go, he's jacked, he's not just jacked. They have the most insane muscles you can imagine. Like, what's the grip strength of a silverback? Gorillas... strength is estimated. Okay, this is where you guys get fucked. This is where you get bent over and absolutely fucked by a man in a green skin tight suit. You suck. Okay, shut up, bitch. Gorilla strength is estimated to be 10 times their body weight. Bears can't even come close. Their muscle is so designed to be OP, bro. 10 times their body weight. Fully grown silverback gorillas are stronger than 20 adult men combined. Take 20 dudes, put them into one, and the gorilla would still fuck them up in a strength competition. Okay? A silverback gorilla... Oh my God. I'm sorry, but the bear... Okay, I need to scream at the top of my lungs from what I just read. How much did your stupid fucking bear weigh? 600 pounds best? Get this, 600 pounds. Keep that number in your mind. A silverback gorilla can lift comfortably 4,000 pounds if it were to bench. That means it could push this bear into the fucking floor, dude. The bear weighs 600 pounds. The gorilla would... It would be over before it began. You could give the fucking bear an AR, and I would still be like, oh, that's a close fight, dude. Watch the video, Wubby, you're wrong. Okay, so first off, you're gonna say Joe Rogan's an idiot, and then when I play this video, you're gonna be like, well, Joe Rogan is right. I don't want Joe Rogan's opinion unless it agrees with me. There's one recorded instance of a gorilla killing a human by a silverback picking up a grown man with an arm and ripping their head off. Holy shift. How strong can a gorilla deadlift? Gorillas can deadlift 2,400 pounds on average. These things are monsters, dude. I'm telling you, if these things were any smarter, we'd have to go to Mars, bro. They are so... Look up shaved bear. Shaved grizzly bear. Okay, let's look this up. Are you kidding me? Are you think this fucking thing is gonna take on the god, the goat? Hold on, I gotta pull it. I'm so mad this is even an argument. Bro, are you kidding me? You telling me I'm coping? You think this thing is gonna stand a fucking chance against a massive... I mean, gorillas can 20 times the strength of an average human, dude. You know how much 20 times is? Look at this dumbass... This looks like my cat. This looks like a beefed up cat, bro. You want to see a shaved, shaved grizzly? Oh, I did the wrong one. Oh, okay, here we go. How about this? Here's your fucking grizzly, dude. Hello.
You suck.
Hello. Bro, those arms are coming out of that fucking socket, bro. Idiots. Hold on. I'll look up shaved grizzly because apparently I picked the wrong bear. Here you go. Here's a shaved grizzly. Here's your shaved grizzly. This is a wet grizzly. I can see his skin here. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm being very serious with you. A gorilla would absolutely, like, I would actually have pity for this bear. I would have pity for this bear. This bear would get annihilated. Are you high? How is everyone disagreeing with me on this? Let's look at hold on. Shaved silverback gorilla. Is there even a shaved one? Oh my God. This thing, it looks like a fucking body. Are you kidding me, bro? Look at this thing. Absolute monster, bro. Absolute monster, bro. Look at this dude standing. I mean, it's like, it literally is like a bodybuilder. Oh my God, what is this? Is this an actual photo? This can't be. Is this real? Dude, he is just flexing. What's crazy too? What's crazy is he got a small dick too. Gorillas, all these things, they got tiny dicks, bro. They got tiny little dicks and big balls. You know why? Because he's more fucking effective that way. He is a machine designed by Jesus Christ himself to kill idiots and bears. Look at the claws. Grizzly bear claws. Yeah, they're big. Cool. Have you seen a fucking silverback gorilla? According to Google, grizzly bear paw swipe force is 7,000 to 25,000. That's different though. We're talking about swipe force. I bet you a fucking silverback could get way harder than that. I said a bench press. It can bench press 4,000 pounds. Think about what that means, right? That means the hitting force of a gorilla, if it can bench 4,000 pounds. Like, do you know what that number means, that it can bench 4,000 pounds? Okay? That means the hitting force of a gorilla, okay, hold on. Okay, it's a little lower. I just believe that a gorilla punch is strong enough to shatter your skull 1,300 and 2,700 pounds of force. Wait, that's not a silverback. That's not a silverback. What if the gorilla gets a gun? I mean, listen, guys. I hear you. I've heard your side. I think that the bear will claw, and everyone's saying he's gonna slit his throat. No, he's not. You don't understand, dude. Animals don't think that way. If a silverback understands how to effectively kill, like he knows to go for the neck or the head, then it's over. Because a silverback could I would argue they could be, you know what I'm saying? They'd be more versatile. 1160 PSI from the grizzly bite. Why? The grizzly's not gonna be biting shit, dude. If the grizzly's head is on the ape, right? And it's biting down, it's destroying his arm. All that ape has to do is take one fist and shatter the brain of the grizzly. It's over, bro. It's over. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking say it, dude. I'm just gonna say it. If Leo goddamn Decap could survive a grizzly bear attack, then a fucking silverback could, dude. If Leo goddamn Decap could survive a grizzly attack, then why the fuck couldn't a diesel silverback gorilla? It wasn't a documentary, dude. What do you mean, bro?
Look up how violent gorillas are when they are play fighting. Gorillas win 100%.
Thank you. I need somebody on my side. Jesus Christ, bro. I still think a gorilla... You know what? I'll be brave because you guys are stupid. I'll be brave. I think that it's more of a toss-up. I do think I would give the edge to the gorilla, but I don't think this is a... Bro, this is curtains. This is curtains. You seen the claws? I'm legitimately... One hit will end the fight. On either side. I think that's what you're not understanding. One hit is going to end the fight. That's it. A good hit to the face is ending the fight. Right? So who's going to get that hit? I argue the intelligence of the gorilla, the length of the arms of the gorilla, the reach it has. If this gorilla knew how to fight, it's over. It's over. Also, the gorilla could throw shit. It's got, you know what thumbs do? Chat, do you know how thumbs have shaped the world? You know what? Before you guys vote, here's some footage we're gonna check out, and then we're done with this.
Bro, watch out.
No, dude, it's over. Did you see that thing? Also, you guys are sleeping on the fact that gorillas also have fangs, or not fangs. They have scorpion. Gorillas have huge fucking mouths, dude. Look at this. Damn, he double caked this chick out, my boy. Oh my God! Dude, I'm sorry, but the grizzly is toast, bro. This thing is grappling, bro. Also, you're saying weak sauce. It's not fighting for its life here. This is probably they live together. This is probably a light territorial scuff. Like, this is not in the wild, bro. They're probably, fighting over some dumb shit. I would argue that was a scrap. Let's watch bears. Now, this is a little different. These are two bears, I believe, in the wild fighting. Oh, these things are huge.
I used to work at a wildlife refuge. A gorilla would win, no doubt. They would throw that bear like a doll.
I think that, you know what the problem is? I'm not going to look at chat. I'm just going to talk to the intelligent people right now. So, chat, I'm not looking at you. I'm going to talk directly to the people who are smart. Okay? I think the problem that a lot of you are struggling to understand is that when you look at a gorilla and you look at the size of the bear, you go, there's no way. There's no way. Because you're assigning what you understand about muscle and muscle mass to the gorilla. And you go, gorilla small, bear big. But what you don't understand, because you're dumb and you're a child, is that gorillas don't have human muscles, right? So it looks like a jacked guy, but it's not. It's not. It's more than a jacked guy. It's a jacked gorilla. And what that means is that its muscles, they're not human muscles. They operate so differently. They are so much more powerful than a human's muscles. So when you see it, you go, oh, he's tiny. But he's not tiny. I think that you're not understanding that I'm not lying when I say a gorilla could comfortably tip this bear over with a push. Like you're not even considering that. If this gorilla is fighting for its life, and the difference too, I guarantee the gorilla is so much smarter than a bear. Bears are so dumb, bro. You know how dumb a bear is? Okay? You know how dumb a bear is? Look at him. Look at how dumb his stupid face is, bro. Children cuddle with these things. They're not, look at, you all are talking about swiping. Look how they fight.
Yeah.
Look at this shit. I'm sorry, but a gorilla would be in there and this thing would be dead. I'm sorry, but I don't think he would know how to handle a gorilla. I don't think this thing would understand. Look, I'm seeing how it's fighting right now, and I'm not impressed. I don't think they would be able to handle the heat from a gorilla. I think that it would be a close fight, and I think that with how agile, opposable thumbs, and how much of a beast gorillas are, I think the gorilla would edge out. It would be close. I would argue it would come down to 1 or 2 hits, but with just how quick-witted gorillas are, and if both of these animals we could assume were going for the kill, no one leaves and they know that somehow, I think a gorilla would edge it out. I recognize that bears are stronger than I may have thought going into this. I'll give you that, chat. I'll extend it all branch. Bears are stronger than I thought. but just the what is it called? The way that apes look, like that kind of body, it's just superior for fighting, bro. I saw the way those bears were fighting. I was not impressed. Yeah, they were fucking each other up, right? But he didn't look like he knew what he was doing. He was right? What did the ape do? Ba 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 ba, jumps away. Dude was McGregor in the ring, bro. You know what? I'm happy to see that the poll is nearly 50-50. I feel like that's actually fair. I'm not mad at people who voted for Bear. I think it's 50-50. POV, you're a retard. You know what the truth of the matter is that I don't fucking know. Who could know? Why hasn't this been done? I guess it's probably really inhumane. All right, we'll end it there with a small edge going to Bear. I'm okay with that. I'm surprised this never happened though. Like even like in the past where they were just doing crazy stupid shit with no regard for any life. Right? Like when experiments were just wild. Why aren't we funding this? With like how far simulation has come. You know? I'm surprised that we like there's got to be a better answer on this. I got to say, doing that stream on Friday was one of my favorite things I've ever done in my entire career, by far. It was so, and then not to mention, just the subreddit. I mean, the subreddit has to stay up now because they need to be analyzed. These people are, it is so fascinating to watch the subreddit melt down once a week and then build themselves back up from the ashes and then melt down. The amount of subreddit meltdowns in the past 48 hours, I don't even want to get involved anymore. Sub is a phoenix. Sub is a phoenix if instead of like ashes, it was diarrhea. You know, they rise from their own shit once a week at this point. You can't have menopause without men. Let's talk about Arabic Couch. We've done great things. We're doing great things on this channel. And I gotta be honest, if I ever sold out, like fully sold out, like I'm talking multi-million, my family will never have to work again. That's the kind of content you're gonna get. That's all I want to do is stupid shit like that. On Friday's stream, I had a whole docket of things we were gonna do. And then around 4 o'clock, an Arabic couch got delivered to my front door. I had to sign for it too. It was very, inshallah, I wanted to get here safe, right? So I get it in my room, I set it up, and I messaged like the group chat of friends in San Diego, and I go, hey guys, if you didn't see, I made a joke on stream that I would just stream the Arabic Couch. Is this a bad idea? Please reply with your answer and explain why. Every single one of them were like, do it. Absolutely do it. And I was like, okay, I think it's funny. I agree. Originally today, I wasn't even going to bring it up. I was actually going to pretend like it didn't happen. But the reason why I'm ultimately bringing it up, wait, what did it? We worked tirelessly behind the scenes on Friday. It only looked effortless. Dude, this is the funniest part. POV, Arabic Couch is being broadcast, and me and Booty are standing in the living room with the couch up on the TV watching the stream, fascinated by it. We found the whole thing so fascinating, and we're watching it, and we're just going back and forth. What can we do? So we're like, okay, well, let's throw some rice on it. We throw some rice. We come back out. We're just watching. Okay, chat like that. Okay. Booty's like, I have a box. All right, let's go. We'll print out an Arabic couch. We'll put it in a box. We'll put it there. We set the box down. Then Booty's like, wait, I have a bunch of little boxes that fit in themselves. And we're like, fuck. How do we get the other box out now? Because that's way funnier. So we're like, okay, what if we put 2 boxes down, make them choose? No matter what they choose, we get rid of the first one. Good idea. We do that. Then we're like, HP, we got to send him in. We're just sitting there. I'm not lying to you guys. People thought that I was in Vegas or like I had a band in stream and I planned this. This was all just happening. I mean, it's so obvious. There was zero effort in this. We're just sitting here on the couch watching the broadcast of a couch, watching chat. And you know what's weird? We make content we want to watch. Okay, this is what's weird. My original plan looked like this. Set it up, walk away, watch 3 episodes of Breaking Bad, come back, end stream. I did not turn off that stream a single time. I was glued. At one point, I remember turning to Booty, and I go, I'm in control, and I'm still going, well, what's in the box? I was sitting there like, well, what's going to happen next? I decide what's going to happen next, but I'm still going, what's going to happen? And then just sitting, I'm like, Booty, go in there and clean up the rice. And Booty sold it. Captivating, mesmerizing. But we can't have fun without the subreddit crying. But here's the thing. I actually, by just pure luck, I dodged all of the hate this time. The subreddit was mad. The community was mad at the community. The subreddit was like, fuck all of you people who asked for this. You've ruined my Friday. I got drunk for this, and now there's no content tonight. This is, you get what you asked for, you idiots. And the best part too is like the super self-aware posts that are like, you guys are too prideful to admit that this content sucks, and you're giving him money and you're keeping the stream going because you don't want to admit that this is shit content. I don't know. I loved it. I loved the whole thing. All right, so I'm out today with Alex. We're getting her treatment for her COVID. And Booty sends a text and he goes, hey, this is serious, by the way. He goes, hey, there was a fire. And we're like, huh? And he's like, yeah. And then he dumps a bunch of photos. Yeah, no, this is real. And we're kind of shook. Booty is really shook. I'm fairly shook. This is my backyard. Yeah, this is not a joke. This is very scary. All burnt up. All the way to the right. Probably like 5-6 feet of just completely burnt. Goes up these palm trees too. And so I'm like, yeah, this was on fire. Like, what the fuck? What happened? So this was a trash can filled with bottles from a party we had a few months ago. And I think we forgot about it. Booty was telling me, he's like, yeah, I saw it there the other day and I tried to move it and it was heavy. So I just said, whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Filled with glass bottles of from like booze. You can see all the different booze. So we're like, okay, what the hell happened? So Booty, I'm immediately like, did something lit? Did you smoke something? He's like, no. I'm like, okay. And then I start thinking like, maybe someone was on the property and maybe like arson or something. So I pulled up my security camera, and unfortunately, right where this little fire thing is, it's a blind spot. So I managed to find when this happened. This was Monday. I was in Dallas. This happened to me when I was in Dallas. You can see the smoke starting to come there. It is now smoking. And as we skip along, you will see up here at the top. This is not, you can see the fire. You can see the fire right there. You can see look at the mouse. Okay. And if this would have spread, my house would have likely burned to the ground. Like legitimately. My house would have burned to the ground. Right now, this is the trash can completely on fire. It burns this entire bush. It burns the palm tree. It stops. Somehow, by some miracle, it stops. And it goes out on its own. And then 2 days later, Booty goes outside and realizes it. So how did it start? Well, that's what we're trying to figure out. But I believe that we figured it out in that I think the fire was started with these glass bottles. I think the bottles, you can see here, they were in the sun. They've been there for a while. But I think just the conditions were perfectly right. The sun lined up just right. Got something started. And then, because what else would explain this trash can melting to the ground? And what was really damning was the footage showing me that the fire started somewhere over here and then spread to the right. If it started on the right and spread left, I'd be baffled. But because it started here, what I don't know if it started back here or in the actual bottles. I don't know. I threw my cigarette in there. Sorry, but hey, it's okay, man. So, really, like, no lie, I know this maybe won't seem like a big deal, but like, a little shooketh, because this my life would be upside down right now if I didn't just get lucky.
That's
like,
funny.
look, it climbed this tree. This tree, by the way, it goes high enough to where it overhangs a portion of the house. So if this would have climbed up the tree, comfortably would have lit the whole house on fire. What's the ash from? I don't know. All this shit. If it's melted aluminum, no, this is a plastic bin. This is not melted aluminum. Was a plastic bin. It was electrical fire. I don't think it was an electrical fire because it started in, like, how did this get melted into the ground is the question. How was cleaning it up? Well, it's still out there. So yeah, there's that. We're going to deal with it later. Get more cameras. Yeah, I'm realizing this, but this is, you guys don't even understand. This one spot we don't have a camera on because we never felt the need to. Dude, it's gonna happen again. You're right. Anyway, it's like kind of freaking terrifying. I'm calmed down now, but when I got the message, I was like, "What do you mean? Like,
Kids
what do
did
you
that
mean?"
shit.
No, we have it on camera. Kids didn't do it. I'm pretty sure someone threw up in that trash can. Well, now that trash can is melted into the freaking floor, dude. Anyway, so yeah, close to losing it all, chat. Here's my question. Okay.
Firefighter of 10 years, it 100% started in the can. Looking at the pattern on the tree.
Thank you. That's literally what I was going to ask. Someone in chat just called me a lot lizard. And I'm kind of rethinking a lot now. And it's got me kind of fucked up. All the gross whores are from Staten Island. Okay, so last night I went to go pee. And I went in the toilet. It looked like it was backed up. As in the water looked like watered down pudding. And there was toilet paper and no clean water. And I was like, oh, like maybe I just forgot to flush, maybe? So I flushed. First, for rookie, I can't look at chat right now, I'm sorry. I flushed and we'll never make this mistake again. But literal shit water just starts to back out of the toilet. And I'm sitting there watching it. And there's a Dane Cook joke about where you're watching someone about to get hit by a car. And you want to say, oh my God, you're about to get hit by a car. But thank you, Alex. But all you can say is, ah. And that's how it felt watching the poop. Because I was like, oh my God, there's poop. I don't know who I would have yelled it at. But I was like, oh my gosh, there's poop rising out of the toilet. But I just stared. I just fucking stared. And it started to overflow. And it stopped. It overflowed. And then it stopped a little bit. And then I was like, okay, I need to plunge this. But how do you plunge a toilet where the poo has now surface tension equaled with the top of the bowl? And I'm like, well, shit. If I put the plunger in, it's just gonna spill everywhere. So I did the only logical thing. I put my lips to it and sucked up some of the liquid in an attempt so it wouldn't spill and I would transfer it to the sink. I'm totally joking. But I'm joking. That part's a joke. But the real part of the story, see, you lead with something vile and then the rest doesn't seem as gross. So I start plunging, and this is where it all goes to shit. Haha. Overflowing shit water all over the bathroom. I successfully plunge it, and then I go, Alex, I need your help. We need paper towels, we need Lysol, we need gloves, stat. She goes, Wubby, we're out of paper towels. And I say, okay, Alex, we're gonna have to sacrifice some towels we got from Target. Okay, because I don't know if this was just the way I was raised, but if poop comes on a towel, I don't wash it. That's garbage. I was not high. Long story short, I sat back while Alex cleaned it all up. And, you know, I view one of my former bosses told me I was more of a supervisor role. So I supervised, made sure she was handling it correctly. Ah, fuck, I put it on 10. Okay, that's okay. You know what? I'm a god. Yup. I'm not a god. I can't do it.